I Am Legend. You thought Robert Neville was saving humanity. Some fans believe he was hunting it. Neville patrols Manhattan alone. He believes he is the last healthy man alive. He sees the infected as mindless predators. By day, he tracks them. He traps one in a snare. He straps her to a table and runs experiments. He calls it a cure. Then something strange happens. The Darkseekers set a trap identical to his own. Same positioning, same logic. Fans noticed this detail soon after the film released. The idea spread across forums and theory videos. The Darkseekers might not be animals, they might be a society, and Neville might be their monster. And this is where the theory stopped being speculation. The alternate ending confirmed it. The DVD included an alternate ending. In that version, the alpha male does not attack. He presses his hand against the glass. He wants the captured female returned. Neville realizes the truth. They recognize each other. They form bonds. They came to rescue one of their own. The alternate ending aligns much more closely with Richard Matheson's original novel, where Neville becomes a feared legend to the infected. Explicit truth. The theatrical ending kept Neville a hero. The alternate ending revealed the hidden meaning behind the title. I Am Legend was never about salvation. It was about becoming a nightmare remembered by survivors. Becoming the monster wasn't the only hidden rule. Sometimes the outbreak was following rules the whole time. World War Z. You thought the virus was random. It was selective. Cities collapse, crowds run, people fall. The destruction feels random, but viewers began noticing a strange pattern. Some people were ignored. A sick boy stands untouched. A homeless man coughing is bypassed. Fans began connecting these details online. The theory spread quickly. The infected only attack healthy hosts, and this is where the pattern stops being a theory. The ending makes it a rule. WHO scientists discuss the possibility that the virus seeks viable hosts. Jerry Lane tests the idea himself. He injects himself with a serious, non-lethal pathogen to test the theory. Then he walks directly past the infected. They ignore him completely. Later interviews and official explanations of the film confirmed this logic as an intentional rule built into the virus. Explicit truth. The apocalypse was not random. It followed a biological pattern hidden in plain sight. Once you see it, every attack scene changes. When patterns start appearing, the origin becomes suspicious, and some fans believe the origin wasn't a virus at all. The Walking Dead connected to Breaking Bad. Some fans believe the apocalypse started long before Rick Grimes woke up, possibly in a chemistry lab. Rick wakes in an empty hospital. Civilization has collapsed. It looks like an isolated disaster. Then Season 2 shows something unusual. Daryl carries a bag of bright blue meth. Fans immediately recognize the color from Breaking Bad. The theory spread across forums and videos. The Walking Dead and Breaking Bad exist in the same universe. More clues appeared later. Daryl describes a former drug supplier. Skinny, jittery, white. The description sounds exactly like Jesse Pinkman. Even Fear the Walking Dead included additional musical and visual references. And this is where the crossover theory almost became canon. Almost. Showrunners later addressed the connection directly. They confirmed the blue meth was deliberate, but not as shared continuity. Explicit truth. The universes nod to each other, but they do not merge. Sometimes the strongest theories stay just outside canon. Some crossovers stay as hints. Others were hiding in plain sight from the beginning. Resident Evil. You thought Alice was a survivor. She was a prototype. She is sent into the hive with an Umbrella security team. She moves like a trained soldier, perfect reflexes, perfect aim. Fans questioned this early. The theory spread quickly. Alice was never a normal survivor. She was engineered, and this is where the franchise stops implying. It confirms it. Umbrella constantly monitors her performance. They track her behavior. They evaluate her reactions. Then Resident Evil Extinction reveals rows of identical Alices. Same face, same skills. Later, Resident Evil, the final chapter and official story developments, confirmed that Umbrella created multiple versions of her as part of their experimentation program. Explicit truth. Alice is a cloned replacement created by Umbrella, and her amnesia was part of the design, not an accident. Her identity was manufactured from the beginning. Even the hero is a product. If the hero was engineered, maybe the outbreak was too. Not chaos, designed. 28 days later, you thought the rage virus was chaos. It was a failed experiment. In the opening, infected chimpanzees attack as soon as they're released. It looks like uncontrolled biological chaos. But fans studying expanded material noticed something unexpected. The theory spread through discussions of official comics and background lore. The rage virus began as a treatment meant to suppress aggression, and this is where the outbreak stops being random. It becomes intentional. The research project aimed to control violent impulses. It was meant to reduce aggression. Instead, it amplified it. Official expanded story material explains the early experiments that led to the outbreak. Explicit truth. Humanity tried to eliminate violence. It multiplied it instead. The cure became the catastrophe. Sometimes science creates the disaster, and sometimes science was never the cause. Wreck. You thought Wreck was a zombie film. It was something worse. Emergency teams enter an apartment building. Residents show symptoms, bites, fever, violence. Authorities seal the exits. It looks like a disease outbreak. That was the original assumption. Then the attic reveals something different. The walls are covered with religious newspaper clippings and research material connected to a possession case. A Vatican file describes a possessed girl named Tristana Medeiros. Fans quickly formed a new theory. The infection was never biological. It was supernatural. And this is where the outbreak changes genre. The sequels confirm it. Priests were involved. The infection spread from those experiments. The case was documented by the Vatican. Explicit truth. The sequels confirm the infection in Wreck is demonic possession, not a biological disease. Science was only a surface explanation. The real cause was spiritual. When the cause isn't what you thought, the timeline might not be either. Some outbreaks don't just spread, they repeat. Army of the Dead. What if this wasn't their first heist? The vault wasn't empty, it was evidence. Inside the vault, the team finds skeletons wearing identical gear, lying in familiar positions. Fans noticed immediately. The theory spread online. The team had already attempted the mission before, and this is where it stopped being coincidence. Snyder addressed it himself. In interviews, he acknowledged the time loop theory. He didn't dismiss it, he encouraged it. Fans also noticed another strange detail. Some zombies spark blue when shot, metal flashes inside their skulls. Snyder later confirmed that robotic zombies exist within the world. Explicit truth. Snyder confirmed the scene was intentionally designed to suggest a possible time loop. He confirmed the presence of robot zombies as intentional elements of the story. This was not a first attempt. It was a repetition. Repetition explains survival, but sometimes survival was never human to begin with. Jason goes to hell connected to Evil Dead. Jason explodes, but something else walks away. He transfers from host to host. Fans never understood how. Nothing in the earlier films explained the ability. Then viewers notice something strange inside the Voorhees house. A book sits on a table, the Necronomicon. Beside it lies the Kandarian dagger. The camera lingers on both objects long enough to make them unmistakable. They are not hidden in the background. They are placed where viewers are meant to see them. Fans connected the clues quickly. Jason might be linked to the Evil Dead universe. The theory suggested Jason's survival worked like Deadite possession, rather than simple resurrection. That idea explained the body hopping. It explained the unnatural endurance. It explained why destruction never stopped him. And this is where the clue stops being accidental. The director confirmed it. Adam Marcus later explained the Necronomicon was placed deliberately, with Sam Raimi's approval. Marcus stated that the Necronomicon was included to suggest a deeper supernatural origin behind Jason's powers. Explicit truth. In interviews, Adam Marcus explained that he intended the Necronomicon to imply a Deadite-style origin for Jason's powers. However, this reflects the director's creative intent rather than a formally confirmed crossover within franchise canon. Jason was never just a killer. He belonged to something older, something that does not die, something that only waits.